In my debate, I said, explain to me how in Exodus of the Bible, Moses asked to see God and he couldn't see God. Sam Schumann made a reference video saying, well, they did, he didn't read the rest of the verse. If you read the rest of the verse, it talks about how God hid behind the cloud. No one sees God directly on earth. This is a response.
Man, all right, let's read what he conveniently
left out.
Now let's see.
Watch how he lies. Watch how he lies.
Okay, let's go right here.
Watch.
Let's see. He's quoting Exodus 33:20. But hold on, my friend. Hello, darkness, my old friend. Why didn't you read the entirety? Let's see Exodus 33 actually says. All right, let's read Exodus 33, 7-11. Now Moses used to take the tent and pitch it outside the camp, a good distance from the camp. And he called it the tent of meeting. And everyone who sought Yahweh would go out to the tent of meeting, which was outside the camp. Happened whenever Moses went out to the tent, that all the people would rise and stand, each at the entrance of his tent, and gave after Moses. Now why? They would look what Moses is doing.
Yeah, take the footnotes off. Why?
Until he entered the tent. And it happened whenever Moses entered the tent, that the pillar of cloud would descend and stand at the entrance of the tent. And Yahweh would speak with Moses. And the people would see the pillar of cloud standing at the entrance of the tent, and all the people would arise and worship, each at the entrance of his tent. Then Yahweh used to speak to Moses face to face, directly. The language face to face means that God spoke personally to Moses directly and didn't use an angelic creature.
Yeah, we also accept that God spoke directly to Moses, peace be upon him, but not face to face physically, like physically seeing him. Okay, let's go. Watch this nonsense.
No agent, no angelic medium. He spoke to him directly. He appeared to him directly, just as a man speaks to his friend. Then Moses returned to the camp, and his attendant Joshua, the son of Nun, a young man, would not depart from the tent. So, okay. Now note why he entered the tent. Because when the pillar cloud came down, that's when Yahweh would meet him between the cherubim by the mercy seat. And then Yahweh and Moses would speak directly, mouth to mouth, face to face.
Wasn't physically face to face. The cloud was a veil. Just like the burning bush, the fire was a veil. It wasn't that God was coming down and speaking directly to Moses like how they're trying to claim you could see Jesus.
Like they're smoking a cigar together.
Exactly. The cloud was a veil, and I'm going to prove it.
Right? Something he did not allow the rest of the Israelites to see. Exodus 24, 9-15. 9-18, I'm sorry. Then Moses went up.
Skips over the part, right? Skips over the part. What is the part he's skipping over right now? Moses said to the Lord, you have been telling me, lead these people, but you have not let me know whom you will send with me. I know by name you have found favor with me, blah, blah, blah. If your presence does not go with us, do not send us up from there. How will anyone know that you are pleased with me and with your people unless you go with us? What else will distinguish me and your people from all the other people on the face of the earth? And the Lord said to Moses, I will do the very thing you have asked, because I am pleased with you and I know you by name. Then Moses said, show me your glory. Up here, when he's meeting with him, right? If he's already seen him, why is he asking to still see him? Is it that simple? If in this part, he came down and they're speaking face to face, you notice how he skipped over this part?
All right, and then what does it say?
That's my whole argument. Hey, watch. So then Moses said, show me your glory. But I thought he's already talking to him face to face, Sam Schumann. Now show me your glory. And the Lord said, I will cause all my goodness to pass in front of you. And I will proclaim my name, the Lord, in your presence. I will have mercy on whom I will have mercy, and I will have compassion on whom I will have compassion. But he said, you cannot see my face, for no one can see me and live. God said, you cannot see me. He's trying to make it sound like when the cloud came that he speak. Did he just not say that or no?
Yeah.
Okay, let's let him finish. And then I'm going to prove it again.
With Aaron, Nadab, Abihu, and the 70 elders of Israel, they saw the God of Israel. Under his feet. Oh, so God appeared with feet. There appeared to be a pavement of sapphire. So they're seeing God at a close enough distance.
Keep in mind, this is translated into English. Okay? Keep that in mind.
In a visible form, visible shape, and they see his feet writing what looked like pavement, as clear as the sky itself. Yet he did not stretch out his hand against the nobles of the sons of Israel, and they beheld God, and they ate and drank. Now notice, this is on the earth. They're seeing this. In this earth, in this world. Because he's saying not in this world, not in the material world. Really.
He's definitely talking about me. This was the whole argument I made on that discussion, right? This is why I told everyone, don't listen to me, don't listen to him. Go look for yourselves. He's saying it's this, I'm saying it's this. Go look. Because if you're going to look, then you're actually generally concerned about the truth, not his revisionist books. My man was sitting there and challenging what 99% of historians say. Christians massacred Jews, massacred them, burned them at the stake. I mean, they annihilated them. He was like, no, that's not true. I mean, like, what else you want to know about how much this guy lied? Watch how much he's lying right here. Based on the Old Testament, can humans see God in the flesh? In the Old Testament, the consistent message is that humans cannot see God fully in the flesh and live. Though there are moments when people encounter visible manifestations or appearances of God in limited or symbolic forms. Example number 1, God's nature is spirit beyond human form. Exodus 33:20. This is the one that I used in the debate. You cannot see my face, for no one may see me and live. This establishes that God's true essence, to see God actually in his original form or full glory, cannot be viewed directly by mortal eyes. This is the argument that I made. I said, the God in the Old Testament said, you can never see me the way you want to see me. Then you want us to believe in the New Testament that God came down himself as a human being and we could see him. So I said, I guess God forgot. That's what I said in the debate. Now let's finish. Deuteronomy 4:12. Then the Lord spoke to you out of the fire. You heard the sound of words, but saw no form. There was only a voice. It wasn't that the burning bush was God. It was a veil, and God spoke through the fire. This reinforces that God does not have a physical, visible form that humans can behold like flesh. This is unchallengeable in the Old Testament. What's he doing, bro? He's giving us a completely different interpretation, is he not?
Saying that he spoke face to face with God.
Okay, well, now we're going to get to the feet. Let's get to the feet. Limited or meditated appearances. At times, this is an Old Testament, right? God reveals himself in a form humans can handle, often described as the angel of the Lord or through natural phenomena. Genesis 18. Abraham is visited by 3 men, one of whom speaks as the Lord. Many theologians interpret this as a theophany, God appearing in human-like form temporarily.
What?
Whatever. Still not God direct. Exodus 3, God appears to Moses in the burning bush, symbolically present in fire, but not in flesh. Exodus 24, 9 through 11, Moses, Aaron, and 70 elders saw the God of Israel, but what they describe is not a human body. They see a vision beneath his feet like sapphire stone. A veil, a vision, not God directly. Sorry, Sam. You can try to twist it. You're doing takia on your own religion, bro.
Well,
Let's finish.
Let me say something. Right.
The angel of the Lord as a visible manifestation. The angel of the Lord often speaks directly as God. This figure is sometimes seen as a visible manifestation of God's presence, but not God in the flesh as his permanent incarnate being. Summary. Humans cannot see God in his full essence or in the flesh. They can, however, witness his presence in veiled, symbolic, or meditated forms through angels, visions, fires, clouds, or limited human-like manifestations like the sapphire stones. The idea of God appearing truly in the flesh as a permanent incarnation is introduced later by people like Paul and pagan Romans. That's where that comes from.